everybody, it's Nicole and I am here for a cherry on top, and that was the page that I'm going to be creating. This is for the April YouTube hop for a cherry on top, and it is spring theme. And I am going to start with the Sunny Blooms 12 by 12 paper pad from Pebbles, and it is all full of the spring goodness. And I also have this picture of a sweet acacia tree in my neighborhood, and they have the most sweetest smelling, fragrant little puffy yellow balls on them. And I just love the way that they smell, even though I'm very, very allergic to it. I don't care. I just love the way it smells. Anyway, to start, I grabbed this paper that has blue sky and white fluffy clouds, and on the reverse is like a yellow golden polka dot. And then I grabbed two tags that I thought I might use on my layout, and I cut those out and de-stressed them. And so I'm just going to put those aside for a minute or two while I work on my background and paper piecing. The first thing I'm going to do is tear this so that the blue sky will be on top of my paper piecing. And then I'm going to tear a piece again for the yellow that will go underneath it. I thought it was good colors to match my photo, and I decide to go ahead and put these on a little wonky. You can't tell that the yellow one is that wonky, but you can definitely tell that the blue one is wonky. So I did try to see what it would be like if the top part of the clouds was ripped instead of the bottom, but I decided against that. So here was going to use my scrapbook adhesive tape, but it ran out. So now I'm grabbing some Sizzix tape, and I'm just going to tape those two together. And this is where the adhesive is so strong that it actually pulls the paper up instead of putting itself on the paper. But I just bypassed that area, and I'm about to stick this down, but then I was like, oh shoot, I want to do some mixed media with this Crafter's Companion Moonbeam Shimmers watercolors. So I just mark where I want my page to go, and then I'm going to try and go ahead and put some mixed media down. I'm going to use this light blue at first, and it's so light it just comes across as water on my page. It might be a better color to use on black cardstock, so maybe next time I will try that instead of this. But at first I'm just going to go ahead and wet my paints to get them activated. And then here I decide that blue paint is way too bright and the light blue was way too light. So I'm going to come back to that. I decide to go down to the bottom part, and I use an orange one and a gold colored one, and I just mix them together, and I get this lovely little patch of mixed media down below where I'm going to put my papers, and that's going to be touching the yellow polka dots, so that is pretty perfect. Here I start adding in some light green. It wasn't good enough either, so now I'm going to add some of the bright green, and that's when I start to get the same color as the paper, more of a light teal blue color instead of blue and instead of green. So now I'm going to add some splatters, just going in there, and then I moved my photo because it was next to my page. I didn't want anything to happen to it. Add some splatters down at the bottom. And then I come back after it's dry, and I'm going to go ahead and add my paper down. I forgot to distress it, so I'm just going to use my fingernail, and some of my fingernail polish came off, and I just got my nails done yesterday. Boo. So yeah, it's just the tip of my nail, but still, makes me sad. So anyways, here I'm just kind of rolling up the edge of the torn papers to give them some texture on the page. And then that's what I have. So I bring in my photo and the 2 tags. I'm like, okay, do I do this? And I'm like, no, that doesn't look good. So I was like, okay, I need a mat. And then I was going to go back to my photos, but then I remembered the back of the tags have this grid paper, which is really, neutral. So I decide to use that, and then I distress it, and I add my photo down like that, and then I pop it up off of my page. Here we go. And that's where it's going to be. So now I know I'm going to use some yellow twine. I'm going to use some of those butterflies and some of those flowers. Now here is where I'm like, okay, where am I going to use this tag? And I decide right there. I do go off camera and I put that down. Here I'm getting my yellow twine to put through the hole on my tag, and I'm just wrapping it around 3 times and then letting it kind of, the ends just lay loose, and then I'm going to staple them, and I do glue one of them down so that it doesn't move right there. So that's done. Now, I thought about adding this for either journaling or putting my title on, but it was too small for my title, and that's exactly where I wanted my title to go. So I decided to not use that little piece of scrap. And then here I'm adding some stickers. I wind up taking that bunny sticker off because it has like a periwinkle blue, and I didn't really want to introduce any other new colors into this layout besides the ones that are already there. And so I go ahead and take off that bunny sticker, and I don't know if I'll be able to use it, if it'll just fall off. I'm going to use this birdie that is like the green color, so I'm going to pop it up, and I'm going to go ahead and stick it down right there. Then I know I want to use those flowers, so I just took them off and stuck them on my stapler for now. Here I'm grabbing some of those little birdie flowers and these butterflies, and I am going to have a link to all my products down below in the description. Also in the description you'll find everybody playing along for this hop, which is all of the peeps that are in the A Cherry on Top design team. So there is lots and lots of people to go and check out. Here I'm adding my title. It says Spring Bloom. I wanted to write blooms, but, oh no, Spring Blossom. I wanted to write blossoms, but, yeah, I didn't want to rearrange it, and it looks fine with just Spring Blossom. So I did wind up using that, floral sticker there, and I'm going to put my, I decide to move the butterfly over there, and I decide to grab another butterfly because if I'm going to have that like khaki chipboard color, I want it to be in another place so that it's not the only one. So I add another butterfly, and then I went off camera to go ahead and stick that down. Here I am adding, I also glued down all my flowers. I'm going to go ahead and add these peach colored gems to my layout. I'm not going to make you watch me do all of them, just a couple of them. There we go. Now I'm working on the last ones. So after that, I'm going to add my journaling, and I'm just going to be using a black pen in my stash here. And I'm just going to say that the Sweet Acacia is basically has these fragrant little yellow puffy balls, and I just love them. So I will also add the date of well, I'm going to add March 2024. Then I'm going to add an XO. Oh, first I'm going to add some doodles around the page. They're not right on the line. They're kind of off, about 3/4 of an inch off the edge of the page. I really liked doing that, and I liked how it turned out too. And then I'm going to add an XOXO above the photo. And then that's it. So thank you so much for watching. Here are some close-ups. If you have a chance, go down, check out everybody else playing along. If you saw something you liked, go check out the products down below. Thank you so much for watching today. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up and subscribe. That really helps me out. Until next time.